everybody, it's Shelly from The Circle Season 3, and I'm coming to do a YouTube video just for my fans, my friends, and I love y'all. Y'all were so wonderful. Y'all have been so good to me with all your support and love. So before we get started, if you would, please go down to the subscribe button and click on that so you can always know when I'm posting a video. So this is one of my babies, Abby. She's having a bad day. She has horrible anxiety. But anyways, this is Abby. And no, I don't let her kiss me in the mouth. Let's get that straight. She can kiss me all over here, but not in my mouth. But anyways, the reason I'm doing this is I wanted to answer some of your questions that you've had for me since the circle debuted. And then what I'm going to do at the end of the video is I'm going to let you ask me questions, and then in a couple of days I'm going to come back and post another video and answer your questions. Okay, that sound like good. That just sounds like a great idea to me. I love it. So one of the questions is, why don't you let your dogs lick you in the mouth? Well, as precious as this baby is, she has a tendency to eat her boo-boo. She does. I don't know why, but she does. And I don't like it. I don't think she has any type of intestinal parasites or anything, but still she's eat her boo-boo. So we don't do that, do we, Abby? No, ma'am, we don't. See, she tries, but I just don't let it happen. But I just love her. I love her, and I kiss her all the time. I kiss her belly, and I kiss her face. She's so sweet. Anyways, look, you got to go now. She is such an attention hog. She is. She loves the attention. And right now she's stinky, and she needs a bath, and she's smelly. So I'm gonna put her down right now, and good Lord, she needs a haircut. You need to go to the salon, don't you? But anyways, I pamper her so much. And then my other dog is Roscoe. We call him Roscadoli. And he's an old man. He's 17 years old. He's just grumpy and fussy. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoy this video and y'all subscribe and we have a good time. And I'm answering some of the questions you might have about how to get on the circle. What's it like being on the circle? Now, there's some things I cannot answer because all of the circle has not aired yet on Netflix. So there's certain things I can and can't say, okay? So I will tell you what I can. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So y'all only got to see me for a little while. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and my kid, my kids, my husband, and all that stuff. So let's get started with the number one question is, how did you get picked to be on the circle? I know, right? I have no idea. So here's what happened. So here's a play-by-play. So what happened is, I love doing TikToks, and I have a pretty big following on TikTok, and I hate to use the word following. I have a lot of friends on TikTok. And apparently one of the people, and I don't know what they're called, but one of the people that finds people for the circle saw my TikToks, and they reached out to me, and they said, we love you, I think you'd be perfect for the circle. I didn't know what the circle was. I didn't. So I went and I watched it, and I was like, well, that's pretty interesting. I do good in that game. So apparently not. But anyways, they asked me to apply, and I did. And then they asked me to audition, and I did. And the process took probably about 3 weeks. The worst part of the whole thing is I had to get a passport. That was not good because it was right in the midst and the height of COVID. So that was like pulling teeth. It was hard to do. And on the very last day, the deadline that I had to get my passport, I got it in the mail. Do you believe that? It was meant for me to be there on the circle. So that's kind of what happened with me. And so they chose me. And so I got on a plane, flew to the UK. And then here's where, because that's where they do the filming. If they make you think it's here in the U.S., but they don't do it in the U.S. because that's where we're all from, obviously. So they don't want you to have any type of communication or anything. When they say that you were locked down and away, they ain't playing. I mean, that's the real deal. So I flew to the UK and I had to go into lockdown for 2 weeks because of COVID. And I say COVID for COVID. And I had my phone and I had my belongings with me. So while I was in lockdown, I could actually have a phone. So I was able to communicate with my family and my friends. And but then after that was over, where they did the filming, I had to fly 3 hours there to do well, not 3 hours, but just like a half hour, but it was 3 hours away to do the filming. So I was in a hotel and I waited. And then it was kind of like I had to audition all over again. So when y'all see me do the cartwheel, honey, I showed out to be on that show. I didn't go all that way just to, not be on it. Um, and I did not have a stunt double. I really know how to do a cartwheel. That was really me. So I get there and they asked me a lot of questions and it was really fun. And you have somebody do your hair and makeup and make y'all fancy looking. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm a movie star. I just felt fancy. But anyway, um, so after that's over, you go back and then you wait. I think it was maybe a couple of 3 days, and then they bring you back, and you get to go into your room. So when you're at your door, they're like, "Okay, on the count of three, walk in." And I walked in, and I was so excited because that was like reality hit me. That I'm really on a show on Netflix. Little old me from Packlet, South Carolina. Who would have thought? It just happens so fast, and it just happens in a blink of an eye. It does. So I walked in, and they told me a little bit about my room. They're like, it'll match your personality, and that's how you see everybody has a different style room, because the interior decorators, they kind of do the rooms to match your personality. And mine was cozy and southern looking and had the pretty flowers on. It was so nice. But so when you walk into the apartment, you have like a hallway that leads to the bedroom, and to the left is the living room. It's like a little doorway, and then the living room, well, y'all saw. And your living room and your kitchen is together, and then you got like a little broom closet right there in the hallway. And then you have the bedroom straight ahead, and on the right you have your bathroom. That is where you go to get away from everything. Because cameras are always on you, and if you don't want the cameras on you, just go to the bathroom. Because they have to shut all the cameras off, turn your microphone off so you can do your thing. Um, so a lot of people have asked, what did I eat? How did you eat? How did they feed you? So you have a grocery list that you do every day. I just did mine maybe, well, I guess it was once a day because I was only there for a short time. But my grocery list consists of I love to cook, and I knew that there in the UK that it would be hard for me to do like Southern cooking. So I got like chicken breast to make some like chicken tenders, and I did mashed potatoes, and green beans. I did stuff like that because I still wanted to, just divulge. What is it? Divulge, whatever it is. I wanted to eat good. And I did, I didn't want to miss home, and that reminded me of home was home cooking, Southern cooking. So it was very hard to do to eat and cook because as soon as you start doing something, circle alert happens, and then you got to be on your toes. Um, so and you may stand there for 10 minutes because other people are talking. You got to wait your turn. Um, so that's a little bit about being in the circle, and that's about they give you like okay. So people have asked me, what did I do in my downtime? So in my downtime, since I'm a stand-up comedian, I wrote comedy. They give you a little book that's just like a little notebook with a circle on it, which is so cute. I brought it home with me. I took it. And I took the pencils too. Mm-hmm. I did. I went for it. And you're allowed to take in like color books. You're allowed to take in um, just a couple of pictures from your family. Now, I've had some people say, Shelley, why didn't you have pictures of your kids? Because you've got to have written permission from everybody that you're going to have a picture of. And Mike, I have 4 kids, so it's hard to get everybody together because they work full time jobs and they have children. And it happened so fast. I was just like, since I live with my husband, I'll just get my husband's picture and set it up, which was nice to have. So what else was I saying? Oh, so because I'm a stand-up comedian, I wrote a lot of comedy. Comedians are always writing about comedy. They're always, coming up with new material. And so that's what I did. I wrote a lot of comedy because, my ultimate goal from this platform is I love to, um, do more stand-up comedy. I'd love to get a booker. I look for a booker to find me and to start booking me on shows and comedy clubs because I love to do shows in comedy clubs. Um, so that's what I did in my downtime, and they give you puzzles and stuff, and I did some puzzles. But it's a very busy day. From the moment you wake up, and when they say, "Okay, circle, it's time to go to bed," you go to bed. You like go to bed because you're so tired. You may stay up to 2 or 3 in the morning doing this. It's exhausting. So if you don't have a lot of stamina and you can't like stay up late, this is not the show for you. You really have to be on your A game. The next thing is, did I have a phone? No. They take your passport, your IDs, your phone. You have nothing but yourself and the little bit of games and a picture. That's all you got. So people want to know, how could I tell what time it was? Well, y'all, I was smart. So when I was on lockdown, 3 hours away, little old Michelle was in her little old apartment. I was watching, because I had my phone, I could see what time it was, and I would watch the sunset, set the sunset, and see what time it was. I would see the sunrise and see what time it is. So that's how I kept up with time while I was in the circle because time is of essence to me because I'm not getting any younger and I need to know what the damn time it is. Okay, so my producer that was there, not in the room, but you have like a little box that that the producer, or I think it's like a producer, but they keep an eye on you and they want to know if you're okay. So you always have somebody there to talk to. So you're not really alone, like you would think, but because you have somebody there, but you're not really having conversations. They're just there for your protection. They have EMTs to take care of you if you need anything. I woke up one morning and that because I, changed beds from home to this bed, and I could not get out of the bed. My back hurt so bad, I had to call EMT and get them to come in and give me some Tylenol because my back was hurting so badly. It hurt all day. But but it was a comfortable bed. My body wasn't used to a change of a bed. So they take very good care of you there. You don't want for nothing. Um, but if you don't like being alone, and which normally I don't, I love to be surrounded by people. It is hard, because you're used to being around people, talking to people, having your phone. Your phone is your lifeline, and you have none of that. All you have is like a little voice in a box talking to you. Um, so and you've really got to be a workhorse. You got to be able to answer questions on command and you got to be on it. I mean, this is not like, oh, I'm going to go be on TV. No, you're going to work. Okay, there's work involved. Um, so back to the time. So that's how I kept up with time, was remembering, um, whenever I got out of my car to go in to do the hair and makeup and go into the apartment, I looked at my phone for the last time and looked outside, and that's how I kept track. Isn't that smart? Mm-hmm. And I remember my producer in the box one time, I was like, isn't it about 5:30? And she goes, how did you know that? And I said, because I'm smart. She thought I had put something in my apartment, but I didn't. I'm just smart like that. And then anyway, I think that's about all I can say about the circle. And I know y'all probably have more questions that I haven't answered. And see, that's what this is for, is to ask me questions and me to answer them. So ask away. So a lot of you, I talked about being a mom, and I am. I love my children. Oh my God. So my oldest daughter's name is Jennifer. My next to the oldest daughter's name is Megan. My other daughter is Ashton, and my son's name is Bradley. Now, let me say this. I'm sure if you have not read yet, they do like a celebrity page, and people dig in your life and they try to find out the name of your kids, where you live, what do you do for a living, digging in your dirt, digging dirt on you. And somebody said my son's name was Brandon. I don't know where they got that from, but my son's name is Bradley. They also said that I was 5 feet 7 inches tall, and or one news outlet said I was 5 feet 11 inches tall, and that is so far from the truth, honey. I weigh. I am 5'4". I'm not a tall person. Um, and then they said my net worth was $700,000. I don't know where I have been hiding that money, but that was not true at all either. And then they said I weigh 130 pounds. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely the truth. um, and one more thing I do want to say about the circle. One more thing I do want to say is, um, the circle is for entertainment purposes only. And this is just a serious note. It is for entertainment purposes only. It is a game show for $100,000. Everybody on that show are super sweet, kind people. It's, sometimes in a show, you're caught at your worst moment. You're caught, you forget about the cameras being there, and we say things we don't mean. Um, and we shouldn't say, but all in all, at the end of the day, Chanel and Ava are such sweet, kind people. They really are. So don't y'all be mad at them. And Daniel is a sweetheart. We talk all the time. I just want to put him in my pocket and take him with me. He's so sweet. And I did not get to know a few of the players that well, because they came in after I did. But I did meet some of them at the finale, but because of COVID, we really couldn't hang out at the finale, and we didn't have any like after party or anything. So we went straight back to the hotel. So unfortunately, I didn't get to really get to know James, or a couple of the other people. Um, but everybody that I have met and talked to on the phone, they are all sweethearts. So there's something you're watching on the show that makes you angry, or that doesn't go the way that you had hoped it would, like in my situation, please be kind to all the players, because, you know, it happened so fast. We had to make quick decisions and stuff like that. Please be kind to all the players and don't say ugly, mean things. It's not nice, and I don't like it, and it hurts people's feelings. And again, at the end of the day, it's just a show. Okay, and they have a real life, and they're real people. And that's what I love about this show, is we're not like movie stars. We're just every ordinary day people, just like you. So please don't bully and take other people's feelings into consideration. It's just a show. But anyways, back to my children. So I have 4 children, and then I have 7 grandchildren. I know. I tell you, I just love them. Love my grandbabies. They're so cute. And then I've been married for a little over 20 years, and I was married prior. And my husband was also married prior. So Ashton is my adopted daughter. Um, and then um, and then my husband raised my three kids. So we never had children together. So we're like the little Brady Bunch. And my husband is probably, I would say, he's my best friend. He is my confidant, my manager. He has stood behind me through all the trials and tribulations of this show and of me wanting to live my dream as a stand up comedian. And so, and then people want to know about, do I have any siblings? And I have one brother that is living, and I have one brother that is deceased. And so I don't have any sisters. My father is deceased. He passed away unexpectedly a few years ago. And my mom, I'm telling you, my mom is still alive, and she is like 70 something. And honey, she acts like she's 30. Kind of like I say on the circle, I might be 50. At the time, I was 52. I'm 53 now. But I have the mind of a 20-year-old. That's my mother. I guess I get that from her. And then some people want to know, what's my favorite food? And my favorite meal is Thanksgiving. I love a good Thanksgiving meal. And I love pancakes. I love pancakes with a lot of butter. And so I like fried chicken and waffles. I love seafood. I do that. And I just love good home down cooking. I just love biscuits, gravy. Uh, I love to eat, a good old pot of beans and some cornbread. So I'm a very simple Southern person. Um, and people want to know what I do for a living. So at the time that I went onto the circle, I was an executive admin for a large distribution company or retail company. And since the show aired, I'm no longer working for that company because my position with the company was eliminated. So because I'm more of an accounting person and they needed somebody with more of a financial background, and I'm not that person. So but the Lord works in mysterious ways, I always say, because or life works in mysterious ways, because the day I was let go from my job, the show dropped. So, and then so many wonderful, exciting things have happened since then, and it has just been wonderful. So I'm able to concentrate on my comedy more now. I'm able to concentrate on, you know, capitalizing off my little bit of time off of the circle. So, it worked out well. It worked out well, and I enjoyed what I did. So, but I really am trying to live my dream and get out there and do stand up comedy, and I know, and do stand up comedy and just enjoy doing that. I told you, she loves to be on camera. Usually she's got hair bows in, but not today because she's got to have a bath. Um, but yeah, I'm a very simple person. I don't drink alcohol. Um, so I never have like drinking any type of alcoholic beverages. Well, I take that back. I don't say there's once in a while I might have like one frozen pina colada. Those are really good, but that's the only thing I really sip on. Um, so, and what do I like to do for fun? Comedy. I enjoy going to do open mics and practicing my craft of comedy. And and a lot of my friends in comedy go to open mics. She's shaking because she has a horrible anxiety. So that's why she shakes. Or either she's excited, something. She's excited. That's what it is. She's excited. I know it. She adorable. She's a gold dust Yorkshire Terrier. She's a gold dust. She's a mess. Um, Let me put her down because that's just gonna distract y'all. I know she's so cute and distracting. Um, so I love to be with my comedic friends, and I love to be with my family, and my kids work so much that it's hard for me to get my family together, but I love Christmas because I love to give. I love to give, y'all. Don't y'all love Christmas and giving gifts? I'd rather give gifts than get gifts. Not really. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. I love getting gifts. I do. I love surprises. I do. What do I not like? There's things I don't like, and I do not like scary houses. Uh-uh. I love Halloween, and I always have the best house on Halloween. I've got fog machines with fog coming up from under my porch. And I've got like a head hang. Oh, I have the best house on the block. And in my little neighborhood, I have the best neighborhood in the world. So every house around the neighborhood does something different. And I live in a neighborhood with a bunch of old people. And so they love to give out candy. And then some of the other houses, I've got one house in my neighborhood, they do cotton candy, candy apples. And then one place in my neighborhood, they do like a bonfire, and they do where you can roast hot dogs, and they give you like the little bitty canned Cokes. They do that. And then we have like a little center up above where I live, and they do like a Halloween party, a carnival kind of thing. They used to have like a little petting zoo, but I think because of COVID, they kind of got away from all that. Because last year they didn't have it. Um, but I love Halloween, and I love scaring people. I love it. And I love fall, but I hate winter. I love summer because I love everything that goes on in summer. Because I love the beach. I love wearing like shorts or capris. I love wearing those. And I don't like being cold. I hate being cold. So, but gosh, see, I could just go on for days talking to y'all. It's just like we've known each other for years, isn't it? So, I don't want to take up too much of your time because you'll get bored and you'll go, oh, okay, I'm done with this long ass video. So, but one thing that I do want to say before I wrap it up is I love y'all, and thank y'all so much for your love and support and saying all the wonderful things that y'all say. And how y'all felt like y'all had a connection with me when the show started and I was relatable. That means the world to me. That I give off a good vibe, that I'm real, and I am. Like I said in the video, I couldn't be somebody else because I just have to be me. Because if you can't be you and people can't accept you for you, then you shouldn't be try to be anybody else. Just work on you, be you, and people will love you. So that's it for me. Don't forget to leave your questions in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed our little time together, and I'd love to do this again with y'all. So if you would like to do this again, just type in the comment box yes. Um, excuse me. If you have a question, please leave it in the comment box. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm adopting all of you. And don't forget to go to my merch store on my website. My website is ShellyBellyComedy.com. Don't forget to go to my merch store and buy something. I've got really good prices, so go buy something. And until 2 days from now, I love you. Take care. Bye.